right, guys, it's JorgeandKat here for Daily Hope, and it's a little loud, but guess what? We are at the Fanfare of the 2026 National Championship for college football. It's kind of a treat. We're here down in Miami visiting family, and it happens to be that the National Championship is going on right now. And that
the game is tomorrow.
That's right.
But we are here at the Fanfare celebration, and this is at Miami Gardens. And it was a downpour this morning, so we are a little bit soggy, but the spirits are just electric in here. This is where all the people were. So all of Miami came out, and we saw a couple of Hoosiers.
That's right. That's right. So there's just a few in here. Actually, if you look behind us, you see the National Championship logo. And it was just perfect timing because, you know, we're here. Actually, by the way, this is the Miami Beach Convention Center where they're doing the Fanfare. We got our boys and our uncle over here. They're running around, but everybody's signing the logo over here, and people are getting in line to take pictures on the sign over here, which is kind of neat. So, but it's pretty loud. But it's interesting that Miami made it. They were underdogs coming into the playoffs. We got Victor here. Victor, show him what you brought. Show him your shirt. So Victor brought his Louisville. He's a Louisville fan. Louisville is actually one of the teams that beat Miami. There we go. It's soaking wet because it's pouring out here. But that, you know, we have all these Hoosiers. They're saying that there's probably going to be 60% of Hoosiers at the stadium tomorrow in Miami Gardens at the Hard Rock.
I love that, and they are my people. I actually lived in Indiana. I worked in Indiana for a little bit, and so I'm loving all of the red that I'm seeing mixed with all the aqua. And I mean, they are undefeated and expected to take this their #1 seed. So I'm excited either way, you know, whatever happens here in this game. However, we are all about the underdog, and deep down, I am kind of pulling for the Canes.
I'm torn because I like the underdog. I like Indiana. You know, obviously we lived in Kentucky for a long time. I'm actually a Gator. If you guys know me, you know that I'm a Gator. But I like Miami. We just don't like FSU. Sorry, FSU fans. Sorry about that. But so we're pulling for both. And actually, the QB for Indiana is from our neck of the woods here in Miami. He was from Miami. I think his dad, if I heard it right, played with the Miami coach, Mario Cristobal, at Christopher Columbus High School. So which was actually a rival high school of ours, Miami High School in baseball. But they're really good sports, really good football, really good baseball.
They've got some really talented players that come out of Miami, and I don't know. I'm expecting, because you never know in Miami, anything could happen. Just like the weather, right? Out of the blue, we had this crazy monsoon.
Today was a monsoon. You see, we're all soaking wet.
However, I don't know. I'm feeling pretty hopeful for Miami to pull this off. So I'm pulling for the underdogs.
Yeah, and guys, if you've never been to one of these like Fan Fest for college or for the Super Bowl, they're typically free. We'll give you a little tour, walk around. Look at this. This is the line, everybody waiting to take a picture there. But it's basically just a big fair celebrating that both teams got there, and you know, they're you know, got to the championship, and it should be a really good game. Here's my uncle. Say hi, Theo. Hi, Theo making the vlog for the first time. So, and then it's pretty neat. We literally went through a monsoon here Sunday. I'm not sure tomorrow if it's going to be wet. I don't think it will. It's going to be a little cooler. So, but hey, come over here. Look what they got over here. They got, speaking of the Gators, they got a signing today from one of our Gators over here. Look at this. They got a bunch of future stars, and one of them was a Florida Gator. So hopefully it's kind of neat to get all the cool things that they're doing over here. And I want to show you guys around. They actually have the national championship trophy over here. So we got Kat in the background. They got all these neat things. You can come up, you can kind of go over here. You can run the 40. They have the laser going on over here. Look, kind of run the 40. See all these guys running the 40-yard dash. Christian, you gonna run the 40-yard dash? No, you don't want to run it? Victor, how about you and Theo race and do the 40-yard dash over there?
I don't think so.
He's too cool for that. So, but we're gonna walk you around. Let's go show you what they got over here. They have. I wanted to show you the road that they came, and if you look over here, this is the actual playoffs. You know, it wasn't that long ago that they had a playoff. They used to not have a playoff. But if you notice over here, these are all the teams that were in the 12-team playoff. If you look up there, Kat, come over here. Why don't you be our man of white? And you kind of point out, if you notice, Miami barely made the playoffs. It was kind of controversial. They had 2 losses, but there was a lot of teams that had 3 losses, and they beat Notre Dame at the beginning. They actually beat them. That game, I think, was overseas, if I remember correctly. Maybe not. But
I'm a little torn about it because I love that they came in low, and here we are.
Well,
you
they
know,
were so they beat Notre Dame, and Notre Dame almost got into the playoffs. It was actually a big stink, and I think Notre Dame wrote it in their contract next year. But if you look down there, there's Miami. They were number 10. They beat Texas. They beat Ohio State, which is defending champions. They beat Ole Miss, and now they're playing the number 1 team. So it's gonna be a really cool.
Don't count them out. I mean, here we are, and you can see right there they were rated number 10. I think that's such a David and Goliath setup. I'm hoping anyway. I don't know. I'm just honestly, I do love these kind of stories. Guys, so something really cool to point out inside of Miami Gardens. Of course, they do an amazing job with entertainment and production, but this is an entire Fanfare experience. The day before the big game, which is tomorrow.
WWE. You want to do the red carpet over here with the WWF?
Oh, that'd be cool.
Look at that. We can do the experience coming out of the tunnel. You know, fun fact, it was actually University of Miami that started with the fire extinguisher. Back when it was the Orange Bowl, they used to, in the 80s, they started, and I don't remember who it was, but it was one of the coaches, like, I think it was Jimmy Johnson, said, hey, let's just put some fire extinguisher when they were out of the tunnel. They were the ones that actually started that.
I love it. It's all about the hype, and nobody does that better than Miami, I feel like. You know, fun fact here, I was doing my homework, and I'm like, what exactly does a Hoosier even look like? You know, the mascot for Indiana, right? What is a Hoosier? So they've tried on different mascots over the years, for like 100 years. And it was about 40 years ago when they finally settled on a bison.
Really?
So you're going to see the bison.
So the Hoosier is a bison.
Yes, and there's an actual name for the bison, which is Hoover the bison. And years ago, they didn't allow, you know, the live bison to be out on the field because the thing could probably, like, charge and eat somebody, right?
Wow.
But you're going to see that mascot out there. So you got, you know, the Hurricanes, right? You got the Pelican as the mascot for Miami, and then you're going to see a bison out there. So I thought that was kind of funny. Guys, I honestly don't follow a lot of football, but that interests me. Like, what is the history?
And I love college football, but my Gators haven't been pretty good lately, so it's I kind of shut it off of my brain lately.
Mixing it up for sure. Yes.
So, but it's kind of neat. You got all these sponsors that sponsor college football and sponsoring the national championships. You got like Chick-fil-A, you got Great Clips, you got Goodyear, and they have all these booths, and they're doing like, you know, these fan fest, kind of like you could kick field goals over here. You know, you could do.
Miami has also hosted a free concert in honor of the
so
whole
much,
thing.
so much
So
going on.
I love Miami for that.
Yeah.
Miami is like our second home, and so I love that they like to party, right? So they're gonna represent big time. And how sweet would it be to have like a hometown win, right, for the underdogs?
I mean, I guess I'm rooting for the Canes, but like I said, I like the Indiana, and you know, even though they're the number one team, traditionally they're an underdog, right? They're known for basketball, right? It's like a basketball state, right? I mean, I always thought the Hoosiers was named after their movie, but maybe not. Maybe the movie was named after them.
I don't know. I just think of Rudy, right, and like Notre Dame.
Yeah.
So I do think that football, it runs deep in this state. Now, are you thinking about Kentucky, which is their neighbor? Because basketball it's a religion in Kentucky, right? Is that what you're thinking?
I guess so. Kentucky and Indiana, but maybe I'm wrong. I don't know. Maybe us Kentucky fans, sorry about that. So, but guys, this is, you know, you got like, I just want to show you around. You got all the swag over here. You got, I want to show you, they built, and it's going to get loud, but they built an actual field over here. Why don't you guys come over here? It's kind of neat. They got a robot over here mixing it up. It's kind of neat. They're giving out swag. Oh wow, it's like a drill. Like they're doing like a drill. Look at that. Christian, you should do that. And they're giving out drinks. So what are these?
These are hand sanitizers and little spit bottles.
Oh, to keep everybody health. And guys, if you don't know, if you're not from the Miami area, Baptist Health is a huge health organization here in Miami area, and they're big sponsors of the Canes, right?
Yes, sir.
That's right. So who are you going for tomorrow?
UM.
That's right. They're for the UM. So, but guys, so real quick, I want to show you. The field, and then we'll kind of cut it out from here. But you just have so many people. So the game's actually tomorrow night. We'll probably be posting this tonight. So you'll get to see this before the game. And for you Hoosier fans, this is a little behind the scenes if you didn't get to come down here, which, by the way, it's going to be a sea of red tomorrow. I heard that up to 60% of Hard Rock Stadium is going to be filled with Hoosier fans. Did you know that they're saying probably 60% of the stadium tomorrow is going to be Hoosier fans, if not more?
Oh, let's go. I love the spirit. Yeah.
Yes. And
I think it's going to be a really close game, honestly. I think that because Miami wants it. I mean, if they battled back, you know, all the way from the beginning, I think they're going to be hungry, and they're on their home turf. It's going to be a really exciting game to watch.
And here's the field. I was saying there's a field going on. It's a huge field inside here, the Miami Beach Convention Center.
All the kids. So it looks like flag football, though.
Yeah, they're doing like drills with the actual coaches of some of the teams. They're coaches from both teams, and they're doing drills with all the kids. Yeah, and then come over here in true Miami Fanfare. Come over here. Of course, they're gonna have a DJ, and here's a DJ booth over here. So you got Miami. Of course, you're gonna have the DJ up here spinning over here. You know, it wouldn't be a Miami party without a DJ.
See him up there over saying, I don't think that's Bad Bunny. If it is,
Yeah, I think he's doing the Super Bowl halftime. Yeah, that's yeah. This is pretty big. I'm not sure the Fanfare is that big, but yeah, not quite that big. So, but anyways, but guys, you know, it's pretty neat, pretty special to see our hometown. Which, by the way, you know, Miami has been kind of down for many years. For them to come back, get to the national championship, and it happens to be hosted in their backyard, it's pretty special. But like I said, we're excited about the game. We're not sure who's going to win. Either way, we'll kind of be happy. We're happy because it's not going to be Alabama. That's all we care about. If Indiana wins, we'll be happy. If Miami wins, we'll be happy. Anybody but Alabama or FSU, I'm happy.
So David or Goliath show out. I really do feel like, but are you going for the underdogs? Are you going for a sure bet? Would love to know in the comments. Of course, this is probably going to air like the day of the game, which is tomorrow.
I'll try to get it out tonight, but
we'll
yeah.
try to get it out tonight. But would love to hear if you're for the underdog or for the sure shot this year. Will it be the Canes or the Hoosiers?
Either way, it's full of hope. And guys, remember, there's no hope without Jesus, all right? So we love you. Till next time, we'll see ya.